non-league Macclesfield produced the greatest shock in FA Cup history with a stunning and memorable performance to knock out holders Crystal Palace. The hosts are ranked 117 places below Premier League side Palace, meaning this was the biggest upset in the competition of all time in terms of league places, but on the pitch that gap was non-existent, as this was a deserved win for Macclesfield. Paul Dawson's brilliant header in the first half had the home fans in dreamland, before Isaac Buckley-Ricketts shocked Palace further when he prodded in a second after the break. Yeremy Pino set up a nervous finish for the hosts when he fired home a free kick in stoppage time, but Macclesfield held on to secure the famous win. Palace, who had caused their own shock by beating Manchester City to win the FA Cup last May, had dominated possession from the outset but struggled to create many meaningful chances as their poor form continued. They are now without a win in 9 games, but this is by far their most disappointing result in that run. They had fielded a mixture of young players and experienced first-teamers for this game, and the youngest player on the pitch perhaps should have given them the lead in the first half. Joel Drakes-Thomas, 16, was picked out by a brilliant cross from Caden Rodney, but just failed to connect with his head after peeling away from the defense. Kristantis Uche sent a thumping strike just over the bar, but then came the moment that Macclesfield fans will cherish forever. Luke Duffy sent a great ball into the box, and Macclesfield captain Dawson rose highest to send a great header into the far corner. Oliver Glasner sent on experienced Premier League players Tyrek Mitchell, Johnson, and Will Hughes for the start of the second half, but Palace appeared rattled and continued to struggle against their National League North opponents. Instead, Macclesfield continued to play with a determination and belief that they could upset Palace, and so it proved, as Buckley-Ricketts reacted superbly to a deflected shot that fell into his path to flick home a second. Pino's fine free kick, curled expertly over the wall and just under the bar, gave Palace some hope of rescuing the situation, but the home side stood strong to win. Macclesfield deliver after overcoming difficult times. The final whistle prompted scenes of jubilation as fans raced on to the pitch to celebrate, with Captain Dawson lofted into the air. There have only been 9 non-league wins against top-flight opponents in the past 100 years of the FA Cup. This one was particularly significant given what Macclesfield supporters have gone through in recent times. 146 years of history were consigned to the history books when Macclesfield Town ceased trading in 2020. Local businessman Robert Smethurst bought the club's assets and, with former player Robbie Savage joining the board, they were reformed as a Phoenix club. After joining the 9th-tier Northwest Counties Premier Division, 3 promotions in 4 seasons have lifted them to the 6th tier, where they are just a handful of points outside the playoff places, despite being in the bottom half of the table. With Savage having left to join Forest Green Rovers, they are now managed by John Rooney, younger brother of former England captain Wayne, and he has fashioned a side who play with confidence and purpose, no matter who they face. That was evident in this game, with the performance from the players all the more impressive because of the tragedy they had to deal with recently. On 16 December, Silkmen forward Ethan McLeod died in a car accident while traveling back from Macclesfield's National League North match at Bedford Town. His teammates clearly wanted to pay tribute, and did so by delivering this historic result that will be talked about for years to come.